Did we make a mistake? Should we have just stayed in the house?
Hi everybody.
Hi everyone.
We're here for a viewer Q&A. We asked our viewers to ask us questions a while back, and we're going through the process of answering them. Today's questions are based on whether we're planning on staying full-time or moving back into a house. So we're going to address those questions. Gigi Wells said, "Do you ever miss having a home base?"
I think sometimes there have been times where I have missed having a home base. I've had maybe for a minute, there have been times where I might have had a regret, but overall I don't miss a home base. I'm happy that we're doing what we're doing, especially when we're out there traveling and we're with the tribe, and everything just feels so perfect when we're doing that. I think if I miss anything, it would be the stability of it, I guess. Knowing that you have someplace to go all the time and nobody's going to push you out of there, is going to tell you to leave, or is going to come on your space or anything. It's basically your property, and nobody else can go there on your property. I think that's probably what I miss more than anything else, I guess, having a home base.
Do I ever miss having a home base? I don't think so. I really don't think so. There may have been a few times that I missed our home base, our old house a little bit, but not really. Honestly, I really like living in the RV and moving around. I like not having to be in Buffalo for the winter.
That's
I
a
really
big one.
like that.
That's a big one, yeah.
And I just, I like the lifestyle. I really like it. Last year we stayed at my brother's house for a while, and it was nice. And I think we both got a little bit tempted. I can link that video at the end of this one. I think we both got a little bit tempted to have a home base, but I think overall we don't. I think we feel like, our RV is big and it feels like a house, really, pretty much.
Yeah.
And I like the moving around part of it. Van Fan asked, "Think you'll get stationary again in a traditional dwelling?" Rose C. asked, "Do you think you will ever move back into a sticks and bricks? If so, what part of the U.S. would you choose?" Jurassic Pork Chop says, "Do you two ever think about living in a house again and RV when you need to get away? Full-time RV living must get old." Shal M says, "Do you think you will continue to full-time RV?" Frank Rogers says, "How long do you think you might continue to do this?" Rolling Rock says, "Are you planning on staying full-time?"
I have thought about living in a house. Sharon had mentioned earlier about when we were at her brother's house, and I was tempted there for a while. It was nice going in there and spending some time in there, but I got over it. I miss our old house, but I think I got over that during the season we were here. I think I'm starting to get over that finally. Would I want to go back into a house? I don't see myself wanting to live in a house, but never say never. I mean, in life you don't know. I would say never say never, but I don't really desire going into a house right now. The one thing I might desire maybe someday is having some property that we can park our RV on, maybe something like that. So, but a house in itself, I don't think I really miss that.
Do you miss cutting the grass?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Right now, I don't want to go stationary anytime soon. Will I ever? I don't know, but I don't think anytime soon. I feel like we're just beginning this journey, and I feel like I really like it. I really love traveling. I love going to Arizona. We just been spending the summer, spring in the Buffalo area, and if anything, I miss Arizona. But I really enjoy traveling to different places, and even if we don't do a lot when we're there, I just like being there, and I like the views, and I like the peace, and I don't know. I just feel like, and I feel like there's so much more I still would like to see. I want to go to Montana and a bunch of different places. And so Montana is one of the reasons we started to do this.
Yeah, the
So,
mountains, the mountains.
yeah, so right now, I just really want to continue for as long as I possibly can continue to do this. I'd like to continue. And I really, enjoy it. As far as Rose C. asking, do you think you'll ever move back into a sticking bricks? And if so, what part of the U.S. would you choose? We were originally going to move from Buffalo to North Carolina. I would be interested possibly in moving to North Carolina on the western end, so we would be far away from any hurricane areas. It's funny because I had never thought I would want to move to Arizona, but now having spent so much time in Arizona, I would consider Arizona. Probably not too far south because I wouldn't want the heat in the summer. I'd have to find a place that maybe got a little cold in the winter but didn't get much snow in Arizona, and that would probably be my choice. I'm thinking Arizona overall isn't going to get that much snow anyways because it's the Southwest. It's a desert, so
Right.
yeah. So those are my two choices. What about you if you were going to settle?
If I was going to settle, I don't know if I'd want to settle anywhere. I think maybe what I would do at the most would be go somewhere for 6 months and then go somewhere else for another 6 months. I really like that idea. I like that idea a lot. That's why I'm saying maybe I would get a piece of property somewhere, whether it's in Arizona or somewhere else. I don't know. Would I get it up here? I don't know. I guess time will tell, and God knows. God will lead us on the right path for that.
Yeah, that's another option I like. Maybe if we did go to Arizona and just stay in Arizona, maybe stay in southern Arizona in the winter and then go up to the northern part of Arizona where it's cooler, higher in elevation for the winter, or maybe even to Colorado so we wouldn't have to go really far, or maybe even up into Montana.
Montana. Wow.
So Deb Marie says, have you lost any of your enthusiasm for RV life? And are you still just as happy about your choice as when you first started? Jurassic Pork Chop, I just wanted to comment on, said, full-time RV living must get old. To me, so far, it hasn't. I mean, maybe for some people it does, but to me it hasn't. Some of the excitement dwindled down after a while. It did. But I think staying stationary for over 5 months kind of fueled that enthusiasm again.
Yeah. Yeah.
What about you?
No, it doesn't get old. It's always an adventure, I think. And for me, it hasn't gotten old. Not yet, at least,
We're going on 2 years, so.
Yeah.
Desert Wind asked, have you ever regretted going full-time? And Aga T asked, do you ever regret selling your home and moving into an RV?
Oh, sure. I mean, I have regretted it, especially, I think, when we were having some issues in Arizona with the wheel and that sort of thing. I think I regretted it. I second-guessed myself, thinking, did we make a mistake? Should we have just stayed in the house? But I got over that quickly, and as of now, I don't regret it. I mean, if I had to make the decision over again, I think I would probably make the same decision again to do this. What about you?
Have I ever regretted going full-time? I think if I did, maybe for a minute, and I don't remember it right now.
Yeah.
I guess it's possible. There might have been a moment here or there, but I don't think so. Because I remember, we had even talked, maybe when we were going through some things, maybe when the wheel fell off, or when we got stuck in the sand, or I'm not sure what else. Maybe when we were going through some things, I think we even talked about it. Maybe we had a rough patch and we were like, oh, should we just quit this? And
Yeah.
I remember thinking, I don't want to stop doing this. I don't. I love it.
Yeah.
I just love it. It's just something that's close to my heart. If you saw the video that right before we got, if you saw the video, right before we got into the Buffalo area in the spring, I was actually crying because I didn't want to have to stay stationary for 5 months. I didn't. And to be honest, I didn't like staying stationary for 5 months. I wanted to go after about 2 months.
Right.
I think Sal was okay with it more than me, but I was ready to go after 2 months and just start moving again. You know, I didn't mind having a bit of a break, but overall I like the lifestyle of moving and going to different places and staying in different places. I think I'd like to maybe move every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks?
Something like that.
And, you know, in general, doubts are a part of life. I think no matter what it is, whether you have a job or whatever it is, you're going to have, sometimes you might have a rough patch where you might have some doubts. I don't think there's anybody out there who has never had a doubt in their life. So I think it's normal to have doubts sometimes.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's normal to have doubts. I think we will all have doubts from time to time, but overall, I'd say neither of us have regrets about doing this.
Yeah.
I think if we did have regrets about doing it, we would find a way to not do it anymore.
I think so. I think we would be honest with each other and we would find a way, not, you know, we would do something else.
Right. Basically, in conclusion, are we planning on staying full-time or moving back into a home?
We're planning on staying full-time, and we're not planning to move back into a home at this time.
I agree. I want to continue to do this for as long as we possibly can. So.
Right.
Okay, well, thank you for joining us today, and thank you to Van Fan, Rose C, Jurassic Pork Chop, Shell M, Frank Rogers, Dub Marie 55, Rolling Rocks, Gigi Wells, Desert Wind, and Olga T. Thank you all for your questions today, and thank you everybody for joining us.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for watching our channel and for your support. I think so. I think we, like you said, I think we would probably, I think you're right. I think I would have, I must have not eaten my breakfast this morning. Anyway,
If you enjoyed the video, give us a thumbs up below.
and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.